Conservative here, back with another video. Today I just wanted to address my opinions on the LGBTQ community and a lot of the misconceptions that people tend to have about conservatives and the LGBTQ community. So for starters, there's a difference between being conservative and being Christian. There are a lot of Christian conservatives out there, but that doesn't mean that all conservatives are Christian. Like me personally, I'm not Christian, I'm not very religious at all. And as you know, a lot of Christians don't tend to believe in gay marriage. They think that, marriage is made for a man and a woman, and that's how God intended it to be, which they have the right to think that, obviously, because, we live in a free country and freedom of religion, and they're allowed to think whatever they want. But that's not what I think, and that's not what a lot of conservatives think, and even a lot of Christians think. In fact, most of us don't care what you are. It doesn't matter if you're green, blue, gay, trans. It doesn't matter your skin color, your sexuality. Nothing matters as long as you're a decent human being and as long as you bring something to the table that is America. So as long as you are working and doing your share of what you need to do to help America thrive, then we don't care. And the people who don't agree with, gay marriage and stuff, that doesn't mean that they don't like gay people, as people. It just means that they don't agree with their lifestyle. Like, I have a friend whose family is very Christian, and they don't believe in gay marriage. However, they are good friends with my parents who are gay. Like, my mom is married to a woman, and they're very good friends with this family. And obviously this family doesn't agree with the lifestyle that my parents have chosen, but they respect them as people and they like them as people. Just because they don't agree with your lifestyle doesn't mean that they hate you. Now, obviously, there are homophobic people, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're always conservative. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. Yeah, there are homophobic people. Yeah, there are racist people in the world, and they are all horrible people. There's nothing more to say about it. And I would like to stop these people as much as you, and as much as anyone. But just because somebody's racist or homophobic doesn't mean that they're conservative, and that seems to be what a lot of people nowadays think, that conservatives are all racist and homophobic, and it's just not the case. So me personally, my opinions on the LGBTQ community is, I don't care what you are, okay? I don't care. If you're a good person, then you're a good person, and it doesn't matter if you're gay or bi or any of those letters in the LGBTQ there's a bunch of words, I don't really know all of them. But I don't care what you are as long as you're a good person. So when I get called homophobic, it really strikes a nerve for me because, as I've said multiple times in past videos and in this video, my parents are gay, and a lot of my family members are actually gay, and I have a gay best friend, and I have a few other gay friends, and I know a lot of gay people. I'm the last person to be homophobic, and these people know this too. They know that I'm not a homophobic person, and they know I'm conservative. So I just don't want me being conservative to warp anyone's minds into thinking that I'm homophobic, which I'm not. And matter of fact, a lot of conservatives are not homophobic or racist. And it's a misconception that a lot of people seem to have, that, we're all the worst types of humans on the planet. And it's just not true. I mean, I'm not sure why this came to be. I think maybe there are some radicals on our side that kind of ruined us, our reputation, just on the left, the screaming blue-haired, people, those super radical people, they kind of ruined the reputation of most Democrats. And I am, I know that that's not how you guys are, and I just wish that you guys could know that that's not how we are. Like, those are just stereotypes, and it's most of the time not true. So for me though, when it comes to transgender and like the transgender community, like I said, I have no problem with you, like as a person or anything like that. And if you really want me to, like, I will call you by your preferred pronouns, just because I'm a respectful person, and I'm not gonna defy you just because I can. But I think personally that, as Ben Shapiro has said, we're mainstreaming delusion, and it's not healthy for anybody to, you know, I'm going to use the same example that Ben uses in that, so say somebody has schizophrenia, you don't cure their schizophrenia by saying like, yes, that wall is talking to you, you are correct. No, you give them medication, you slowly help them work with their condition. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that transgender people have a condition and that they have, an issue with them. Like, they're not sick. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just making an example. But there's a term for this, for what these people have. It's called gender dysphoria. And we used to use that term all the time until it became offensive. But that's the real thing. That's what it is. And like I said, I don't think that we're doing our best to treat this. And I think that, obviously, I'm a firm believer in biology, in that, if you were born a guy, then you're a guy. And if you were born a girl, then you're a girl. And I understand the argument, like, on the other side, where it's, oh, well, they have the brains of the other gender and stuff like that. Well, that's the whole point. Their brains are different. It's called gender dysphoria, and I think that we should help them with that instead of just confusing them and making their lives harder, because their suicide rate is 40%, and that is ridiculous. That is around the same number as the suicide rate for Jews during the Holocaust. Now, you cannot tell me that transgender people are treated as equally as Jews from the Holocaust. Nobody is brutally murdering transgender people by the masses. Like, that's simply just not happening. And there's no explanation for the fact that that number is so high, other than the fact that there is something wrong. And like I said, don't get me wrong, these people are good people. I know people like this. I don't have a problem with them, okay? Like, I don't want you to take my words out of context and think that I'm the worst human being possible, because I'm not. I'm just saying, I'm citing science. I'm not, like, this is nothing to be offended about. And if you're transgender, like I said, I don't have a problem with you. And I want this to be better. I want the way we treat this situation to be better. As I said, I don't have any problem with anybody in the LGBTQ community. And like I've said also, I have plenty of friends and family who are part of the LGBTQ community. And I don't disagree with anything that they do. I'm just, like I said, the only issue that I have is the whole transgender thing, but not with the people themselves, but the way that society is handling it. I think that we can do better as a society to help these people, because nothing is wrong with them. Nothing, they're people. They're most of the time good people, but their suicide rate is 40%, and that is just sad. And I want to see that change. I want to see that go down, because these people don't deserve to die like as much as Jews from the Holocaust. Well, not die, but like commit suicide. I don't, like, that's so sad to me, and I really, really wish that we could come up with a solution that will change that. I just think that, that we can handle the situation better. We can handle this whole, as a society, as a whole, as a you know, community. We can handle this so much better than what we're doing, and help these people. And just one last point, not really a point, but just something that I don't understand really, is like, I don't get the whole, you know, like when a child is young, say, okay, for example, let's say you have a little kid and he's a boy and he's like 5 or 6 and he happens to like Barbie dolls and dresses and stuff like that. People are saying that, oh, he is transgender, you need to switch his gender immediately, he is now a girl. But at the same time, they're also saying that, oh, gender norms don't exist. It doesn't matter what you like, you know, like, just because you like girl stuff doesn't mean you're a girl, and just because you don't like boy stuff that doesn't mean you're a boy. So what I don't understand is how you can make those two arguments simultaneously and not see an issue with it. Because just because you have a little kid who happens to like dresses, that doesn't mean he's a girl now. He's still a boy who happens to like dresses, and that's perfectly fine. All I'm saying is that I don't understand why those two arguments are like, they're put together somehow, and nobody seems to see the issue with those two arguments. But anyways, I think that's going to do it for this video. If you liked it, hit the like button and subscribe, turn on the bell notification. If you have any comments, if you disagree with me, or you have anything that you want to share with me, personal experiences, anything like that, I'm very curious to know. Just keep things civil, because I'm just trying to keep this channel respectful, you know, and I don't want you to think that I'm a piece of shit, you know. But if you disagree with me, feel free to comment, and we can have a discussion, maybe set up something, you know, like a debate or something. And yeah, that's it for this video, so I'll see you on the next one. Peace.